Fiona Bruce meets survivors and relatives from London bus number 30.
What happens when something like this happens to you is it takes a large part of your soul away. What it does, it eats inside you. And because it's not something you can work out like a normal natural death.
Go Sally's wife died on the number 30 bus on the 7th of July. For the last year he's been plagued by questions about his wife's murderer, Hasib Hussain.
I've had to fight with my own demons, and where I've actually driven down to the person who actually did the London bombings, family, actually to go and actually do the same by them.
Today he's going to knock on the door of Hussein's family to try and find some answers.
Alaikum. Are you Hasib's father? Can I talk to you? Your son killed my wife.
Streets as a prostitute. This is how many of them will continue to earn a living. Tonight, the Cook Report investigates the children whose lives are put at risk by the very people who are supposed to be caring for them. And we expose some of the evil men who exploit them.
Roger Cook, Central Television.
When they reappear, all too often, it's on the streets.
If you're involved in prostitution at a very young age, it is too easy to stay in that lifestyle, to become a prostitute as an adult, but that also leads on to drug addiction, alcohol abuse.
When I got raped when I was 10 and I feel dirty and I just might as well, it's like I just should give my body away.
Very few people knew Harry was in Afghanistan. One of them that did was Chelsea Davey, Harry's on-off girlfriend. We caught up with her up in Leeds last night. She wasn't too vocal on the issue at all, unfortunately, but she had been speaking to him in Afghanistan.
UK's trade deficit with the rest of the world has come as a complete shock, affording the government the opportunity to claim success for its economic policy, but prompting only bewilderment amongst the business community. The principal reason for the closing of the deficit is a £310 million surplus of trade with the rest of Europe, and the surprising assertion that exports to Europe are growing at a yearly rate of almost 10%.
Is that by working under the banner of Carlsberg Technically, the new firm will be able to sell more product in free houses, which have grown substantially in number in the monopolies.
Pages clipped a van that's just up there. We hit the central reservation and then lost control and ended up in the field, as you see.
What we're doing now, breaking into the bonnet and disconnecting the battery and cut off all the electric supply.
You got 944. Where are the mods?
Okay, well, motorways absolutely chock-a-block this morning. You have got loads of traffic. It's dead bumpy up here right now. To join the M62 at Junction 9, it is bumper to bumper, and then the 62 stays like that right the way up past Risley there. In fact, going towards Eccles is fairly grim.
Wind can cause a problem. I think one of your crew had severe problems when he went up filming. I think he filled 4 bags.
The motorways are good, but there's not enough access roads on and off it, so you're always going to get bottlenecks every time someone wants to get off the motorway. And they don't seem to manage to master the fact of going from 3-4 lanes down to 1 lane on a slit road isn't going to cause queues. Of course it is.
PC's John Wedgwood and Ken England are part of York's Central Area Off-Road Unit. For the past 5 years, they've been patrolling not only the streets of the city, but the surrounding fields and moors as well. They ride Suzuki DR400 motorbikes that have been specially adapted for police use. There is no area that these scrambler cops can't get to, leaving criminals with no place to hide. Often, bikes ridden on the moor are stolen, so the scramblers burst into action to find the shortest route to head off the suspects. The off-road unit stop them with seconds to spare before they can disappear into the estate.
Welcome to Better Motors TT 2005.
Coming up today, we've got the second of the Supersport 600 races for you.
I feel like he's walking, putting himself in a good position though for the end of this lap, and a pit stop of course as Hutchinson. When you're following someone in, you tend to follow them wherever they're going to some extent. They drag you into a corner, and I think McGuinness there just goes to show that with a very slight lapse behind Anstey right out to the dusty curb there. And Guy Martin fourth over the jump there for the Suzuki at the moment around this course. Great to see them back. Finnegan again.
It's the battle of the bikes out there as the 600s are being redlined by the riders. It's time for us to put the brakes on and pull in the pits, but we'll rejoin the breathtaking action in a few minutes' time.
Chance meeting and a charity do, and some friends got talking, said they'd like started a band, and a couple of months later they phoned me, we ended up getting together and it all took off from there. I mean, highlight must have been Brands Hatch when there was just a sea of people. It was like being Oasis or some top band. It's just as far as you could see were people in this field going.
10 or 11 years ago I bought a set of drums just to have a play about. We started doing it just for a bit of a laugh, obviously, for family parties, just to make them laugh, and yeah, sure enough, it all sort of took off from there, and we became, not, I wouldn't have said serious, but certainly we started sounding a lot better.
If you need accommodation for your visit to Raisthorpe, then there's the delightful Burythorpe House, just 5 minutes away. And if you need the services of a professional gun shop, then local farmer and one of the UK's leading clay pigeon shops, Rob Hall, runs the Gun Room close by.